Hey guys, it's me. I just wanted to bring this video to you to talk to you about consuming more fat in your diet. Yes, I know I said to consume more fat when you all are here trying to release fat. However, the kind of fat I'm talking about is essential fatty acids. Now, I know that you've heard of them, and there's been some push in recent years to consume more essential fatty acids through omega 3s and 6s and fish oils, etc. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about in this video. I feel like it's a really important topic, and it's a topic that not a lot of people are addressing when it comes to weight loss. And it's very, very important. It's a very important component of weight loss. So anyway, let me just give you a little, first of all, my notes are over here, so you'll see me refer this way some in the video. But anyway, let me tell you, history, 20, 30 years ago, back in the 1990s, the federal government changed the food pyramid, and they said to Americans, you need to eat more carbs and consume less fat. So food manufacturers responded to that call. They started to make more low-fat options, and they started to have more carbohydrate options in our diet. So what has happened to the American culture in that time? We've seen obesity rates skyrocket. We have an epidemic of obesity in children, and we're seeing other diseases associated with obesity, such as cancer and type 2 diabetes. All types of different things are happening to our population, and we're only treating the symptoms. We're not treating the cause. And a lot of the cause has to do with a low-fat diet. So anyway, what we've seen too is that there have been no significant benefit to a low-fat diet in terms of cardiovascular disease, in terms of cancer, in terms of Alzheimer's, or any other type of disease that is out there. And what we also know by studies is that a Mediterranean diet that is rich in fat, approximately 40% of calories consumed in a day by a Mediterranean is consumed in fat. So, and as we know, their culture has very low cardiovascular disease, has very low obesity rates, has very low cancer rates. And so there's something to be said about that type of diet. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I really feel like it's a really important topic. You know, and the other thing that I want to say is studies also show that a high-fat diet is better than low-fat diet when it comes to short-term weight loss. So we're doing right now a 7-day challenge, which is considered a short-term weight loss. And so I want to encourage you guys to consume your fats this week. Okay, so when I'm referring to fat, I am referring to a specific kind of fat. I'm referring to essential fatty acids, omega-3s and omega-6s. Now, there is the omega-9, and the 9s are not essential, so I'm not going to get into the 9s. I'm not going to get into anything about them. I'm just going to focus on omega-6 and omega-3s. And in recent years, the push has been to consume omega-6s and not as much 3. So we do still have a really low depletion in omega-3s. So I'm going to talk about that in this video. Talk to you about our brains. Our brains are 60% fat. So we have got to continue to feed our brains these essential 3s and 6s in order to maintain healthy brain function. Now, here are some of the things that essential fatty acids support. I'm going to look over my list. They support healthy cell membrane. They support proper development of brain and nervous system. This is also important if you are pregnant or thinking about becoming pregnant, or if you have young children. It's so important to make sure that you're maintaining a high amount of fat in your diet while you're in that gestation period with your baby. 3, proper thyroid and adrenal function. Proper hormone production, regulation of blood pressure and liver function, supports a healthy immune system. It brings the inflammation in the body down. It regulates blood clotting. It is crucial for the transport and breakdown of cholesterol, and it supports healthy skin, nails, and hair. Okay, so those are just a few things that it supports, so that these things support. Now, there's an interesting fact about 3s. They are so important for your brain, okay? They decrease the symptoms of mental illness, depression, bipolar disease, There are studies that have shown that people who go on Prozac and different types of medicine for depression, when they increase their intake to an optimal level of these essential 3s and 6s, they can then go off of their medication for depression. You're not ever going to hear that because, the drug companies, but, there are studies that show that. It also raises your intelligence level. So we've seen there's studies about children and the difference between a kid that has a high amount of fatty acids in their diet versus a child that does not in their intelligence level. We're seeing curbing the symptoms of ADHD and ADD, which is huge. I mean, look how many kids are on these different types of chemicals to help, control their craziness or whatever. And really what they're just deficient in is in vitamins and nutrients and essential fatty acids and all of these things. And yet we're just drugging them up. They help to alleviate the symptoms associated with dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and other brain-related diseases. They help recovery time with athletes. Now, I could just go into a whole entire video just talking about athletes in the recovery time and all of that. The list goes on and on. I mean, like I said, I could talk all day about these things. Now, 99% of you guys are doing this challenge to lose weight, okay? So these fats are going to help you lose weight. Why? Because they help to increase your metabolic rate. Your metabolic rate is your metabolism. So if your metabolism is running slow and it's struggling, you're not going to release weight. I could get into a whole other host of issues of why you don't release weight too. I mean, from being too acidic, there's so many things, there's so many reasons. Anyway, just talking about essential fatty acids, these things help to, like I said, increase your metabolic rate. And by increasing your metabolic rate, your metabolism goes up. And when your metabolism goes up, you start to release weight. You start to feel more energetic. You start to feel better about yourself. You stop craving crappy food. And the list goes on and on for there too. I am going to talk to you guys about what it looks like to be deficient in it as well. Okay, so are any of you experiencing any of these? Dry skin, cracky, scaly, lackluster combination skin, patchy and dull skin? Do you have small bumps on the back of your upper arm? I know I had them for a while and I was like, what in the world is this? And it wouldn't go away. Well, it's because I was low in essential fatty acids. Dandruff in your hair. Obviously, Head and Shoulders is not the answer. Dandruff, dry, brittle hair. Nails are soft, splitting, brittle, dull, slow growing. You got dry eyes, dry mouth and throat, inadequate lubrication, menstrual cramps, premenstrual breast pain, excessive earwax, excessive thirst, eczema, asthma, hay fever, crave fatty foods, stiff joints. And that's another thing I didn't even mention before is it helps with arthritis and it helps with the alleviation of the symptoms of arthritis. So anyway, let me just wrap this video up. It's already 5 minutes and I just don't want to go very long for you guys. Let me just wrap this up though. The consumption, there's a certain amount that you need to consume a day. Now, if you're on a 2,000 calorie diet, 12 grams of 6s and 3 grams of 3s per day per 2,000 calorie diet is the optimal amount of fatty acids that you should be consuming, okay? Now, I have a recommended, I don't make any money off of this. I am recommending this product because this is what I use because there are no other blends on the market. And what I mean by that is that there are threes and there are 6s, but there's none together except for this product. Now, it's Udo's oil. It's UDO''S oil. You can buy it online from Amazon. You can also buy it at your local health food store. It's going to be found in the refrigerated aisle, and like Whole Foods, it'll be where the probiotics are at a Whole Foods. It'll be at the Co-op in Carbondale. If you guys are in Carbondale, it's there in this little refrigerator. So it has to be refrigerated at all times. The reason why is because this is not derived from fish oil. This is derived from other plant sources. And because of the molecules that it's derived from, they break down really, really quick and they go off really, really quick. And so it has to be refrigerated or frozen. So you can buy it in bulk. You can freeze what you're not using, and you can take what you know, like if you have a small bottle, fill the small bottle, put the rest in the freezer so that it prolongs the life of the oil. The other thing about Udo's oil is do not take it on an empty stomach because it will make you nauseous, and do not cook with it. Whatever you do not heat it because it cannot be heated. It's for whatever, you know, like I said, the molecules will break down in it whenever it's heated, and it will not be effective. And you don't have that fishy aftertaste, or you're not burping that fishy taste in your mouth either. So the other thing that I recommend, if you are traveling and you're not able to take that because of the refrigeration and because of the flights and all of that, the other thing that I take is krill oil, and that's my travel type of oil that I use. Now, krill oil is kind of it's a fishy smell, it's a fishy taste, it's not that good. However, it is very, very effective, and krill oil is better than fish oil for several reasons. For one, it's humanely harvested, and it is very, very sustainable. Krill is a very sustainable resource on our planet, and so it's very sustainable for you to eat or for you to take. So that's the reason why absorption is high. And it also doesn't break down like the plant-based essential fatty acids do. So that's the reason why I recommend taking the krill oil if you're traveling or going out of town, or you know, you just need it not refrigerated. So anyway, I will put my notes up on the site so that you can read through my notes. I will put some of the places that I sourced the information so you can do research on your own. And I just encourage you to do some research as well, just on your own. You can go to udosoil.com or Google Udo's Oil and look it up, and you can see all the information about the athletes and the different tests that they did. You know, so what I would say though is that in order for you to be in optimal health, consuming essential fatty acids is absolutely essential. That's the reason why they're called essential fatty acids. It's absolutely essential for you to consume them and consume the right amount every single day and not miss a day. It's important for your overall health. It's important for your family. It's important for your long-term longevity, and in fighting disease and maintaining a healthy body and a healthy weight. All right. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I'm a much better writer than I am a speaker. So I will give you my notes in the written form, and let me know if you have any questions about this at all, or if you have any questions about getting a hold of some Udo's oil and or krill oil. Okay. Thanks guys. Bye.